I'm afraid so, I said. The Emperors have allied themselves with Tarquin the Proud. The Lars in the room guttered and flickered. Impossible, one cried out. Horrible, cried another. We'll all die, screamed a third, apparently forgetting that he was already dead. Guys, chill, Frank said. Let Apollo talk. His leadership style was less formal than Reyna's, but he seemed to command just as much respect. The audience settled, waiting for me to continue. Tarquin is now some sort of undead creature, I said. His tomb is nearby. He was responsible for the attack you repulsed on the new moon. Which is also cruddy time to fight the undead, Ida volunteered. And he'll be attacking again on the blood moon in concert with the Emperor's assaults. I did my best to explain what I'd seen in my dreams, and what Frank and I had discussed with Ella. I did not mention the reference to Frank's unholy piece of firewood, partly because I didn't understand it, partly because Frank was giving me the pleading teddy bear eyes. Since Tarquin was the one who originally purchased the sibling books, I summed up, it makes a twisted kind of sense that he would reappear now when Camp Jupiter is trying to reconstruct those prophecies. Tarquin would be invoked by what Ella is doing. Enraged, Ella suggested. Infuriated. Homicidal. Looking at the harpy, I thought of the Cumbrian seal, and the terrible curse I'd laid upon her. I wondered how Ella might suffer just because we'd coerced her into entering the prophecy business. Lupa had warned me. You will face more sacrifices. Death. Blood. I forced that idea aside. Anyway, Tarquin was monstrous enough when he was alive. The Romans despised him so much they did away with the monarchy forever. Even centuries later, the emperors never dared call themselves kings. Tarquin died in exile. His tomb was never located. And now it's here, Reyna said. It wasn't a question. She accepted that an ancient Roman tomb could pop up in Northern California, where it had no business being. The gods moved. The demigod camps moved. It was just our luck that an evil undead lair would move in the next door. We really needed stricter mythology zoning laws. In the first row next to Hazel, a senator rose to speak. He had dark curly hair, off-center blue eyes, and a cheery red mustache stain on his upper lip. So, to sum it up, in 3 days we're facing an invasion from 2 evil emperors, their armies, and 50 ships with weapons we don't understand, along with another wave of undead like the one that nearly destroyed us last time, when we were a lot stronger. Is that the bad news? What's the bad news? I assume we're getting to that, Dakota, Reyna said. Right, Lester? The other bad news, I said, is that I have a plan, but it's going to be hard, maybe impossible, and parts of the plan aren't exactly plan-worthy yet. Dakota rubbed his hands. Well, I'm excited. Let's hear it. He sat back down, pulled a flask from his toga, and took a swig. I guessed he was a child of Bacchus, and judging from the smell that wafted across the Senate floor, his chosen beverage was fruit punch Kool-Aid. I took a deep breath. So the sibling books are basically like emergency recipes, right? Sacrifices, ritual prayers. Some are designed to appease angry gods. Some are destined to call for divine aid against your enemies. I'm pretty sure, if we're able to find the correct recipe for our predicament and do what it says, I may be able to summon help from Mount Olympus. No one laughed or called me crazy. Gods didn't intervene in demigod affairs often, but when it did happen on rare occasions, the idea was not completely unbelievable. On the other hand, no one looked terribly assured that I could pull it off. A different senator raised his hand. Senator Larry here, third cohort, son of Mercury. So, when you say help, do you mean like battalions of gold hanging down here in their chariots? Or more like the gods just giving us their blessings like, hey, good luck with that, Legion